Hey folks, welcome to today's video. Slightly different video. We're going to be playing some Horde Frenzy on a BIS. Before you all run away and go, oh my god, it's PvE, I'm also going to be tying this in with the topic of top 10 things I've been looking at slash reading about recently. Kind of a way for me to sort of not get away from Gears, but able to provide you with some Gears gameplay, but actually talk about something a little bit different. Not every single day, amazingly, I know I want to speak about Gears. Sometimes I want to talk about other things, and we're in the kind of area where realistically, if I'm not showcasing Gears or streaming or talking about Gears, nobody really wants to tune in, and I understand that. But I want to combine the two. I'm just sorting out my graphic settings here, and because I was lagging a lot, that tends to happen with my PC. But yeah, I wanted to combine the two, my enjoyment for Gears and my enjoyment for speaking about other things, and maybe people find it interesting. You seem to enjoy episode 1 of that, so I figured I'd carry on and, you know, give it another shot. There's also, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned there's no audio on this video, so I figured I'd chat over it and make it a bit more enjoyable. Some sort of technical issue, there was no audio captured. So, first of all, I've got my little list down and I've got the things I want to talk about. I'll just begin by saying, number 1, Gears of War is a fun game. The reason I'm starting out with such a basic point is a lot of people ask me, basically, it's all along the same lines of, oh, how do you keep playing the game? The game's dead, it's rubbish, I'm not enjoying it for this reason or that reason, I've stopped. Why are you still playing it? Typically, these kind of people are the same people that ask me to play other games, but don't really actually want to watch me play other games. It's kind of a weird scenario where some people quit the game they're currently playing, whether it be Gears, COD, whatever. They'll quit the game they're playing, and they then kind of tell other people that they should quit. They don't really understand why they carry on playing. And listen, I'm not a crazy person, I don't think. And there's a reason why I keep playing Gears of War 5 or Gears 5. I enjoy it. Do I enjoy it all of the time? No. Do I think it's perfect? No. But it would be a bit lunacy for me to continually play Gears 5 if I didn't have fun on it. You know, this isn't like, you might, sorry to just jump in, you might occasionally see Twitch chat pop up. That's because I just reorganized my room, and I didn't have a second monitor plugged in, so I had to tab out to read the chat. Also, we're playing on this new map with the 4 turrets. But yeah, you know, I'm not crazy. I enjoy the game. To me, this isn't, how would I word it? Let's take a massive example. Let's say Ninja. Now, I don't follow Ninja, but I presume he still plays Fortnite, right? Now, let's be honest. Ninja probably doesn't need to play Fortnite. That guy could retire 50 times over. But he plays Fortnite because that's what people want to watch him play, and that's what he does, right? So a lot of people, I think, sort of feel the same about me. Oh, he's just playing Gears because that's what he does. Well, and I actually enjoy the game. I'm not Ninja. I'm not Dr. Disrespect playing Warzone. I'm not making millions of pounds playing this game. There's the only reason I'm playing it is because for some reason in my mind, I'm enjoying it and I wanted to share it with you. If people want to support me along the way, that obviously does help. So that is a reason as well. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it's not part of the reason. I do enjoy getting to share these moments with you and these experiences and these chats. But that's not the primary reason I'm playing the game. Because let's be honest, if I wanted to get more than 1,000 views, I'd do something a little bit different on YouTube. You know, take it this way, it's probably my most viewed piece of content in like the past couple of months was a Path of Exile guide, where I'd lost all of my viewership from Path of Exile because I started to play Gears for a year, so everybody's left that used to watch me play Path of Exile, and it still got more views than my stuff that I spend weeks and weeks. You know, for example, I spent 3 weeks collecting clips for a montage and then a couple days editing it. That got like 600 views. If I was to post something like about, I don't know, some news video or something, I'd get a lot more views. So I guess the message I'm trying to get across is I'm not sat playing Gears of War because, oh, easy views, easy this, easy that. I do enjoy it, and I know that seems strange because what people tend to struggle with, and I understand why, is people tend to struggle with, why would somebody play a game that they critique? And I think that's because for every sort of personality like mine, where I'll take regular breaks and I won't play when I'm frustrated, there's also the type of personality that will relentlessly play a game that they hate and all they do is rage at it. I'm not like that when I play Gears of War. I enjoy it, and if I don't enjoy it, I come off the game. So people have been kind of asking me recently, again, how do I keep playing the game? And how do I keep enjoying it? And it's quite simple. I do things that I enjoy on the game. And if I'm not enjoying it, or I'm not in the mood to do those things that I know I enjoy, I just won't play the game. For example, what you're looking at right now is a game of Horde. Now, to some people, Horde Frenzy might be the most boring thing on earth, but I do encourage you to actually give it a whirl. You know, the reason I encourage you to give it a whirl is it's a half an hour experience, and you'd be very surprised that if you get 5 of your friends or 5 people all going for the same goal for half an hour, it's pretty enjoyable. You're still playing Gears of War, you're still shooting stuff, you've still got to get in cover, you've got to build barricades, fortifications. Now everybody can buy everything. You'll notice here in the box, you can buy any weapon you want, you can build fortifications, you don't have to be a certain class, all of that nuisance has gone, and it's fun. Now, will I sit and play Horde every single day, every single night? No, but it's there, and it's a half an hour experience that I can enjoy. Similarly, one of the things that keeps me playing is escape mode. Now, do I enjoy escape mode every single time? No, it's pretty irritating at times, but when the new Hive comes out for, depending on difficulty, an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3, there is a piece of content there that I can work on and play with friends or play with people from the community or just strangers online, and we can get through that on Masters. And you'll get some coins for it if you didn't know. You get about, I think it's about 6,000 coins every Tuesday, so that's okay. That's like a couple skins, and it's a new content, it's a new map, and you know, each sort of tile set or each sort of hive and escape requires a little bit different setup, so it's fun. Now, for a lot of people, what they're not understanding is these experiences that last half an hour, like your Horde Frenzy, your Horde. You know, most people don't play games for 10 hours a day. That's not how the average person plays the game. The average person that plays video games is going to come in, they've come in from work, they've made their food, they've had a chat with their significant other or whatever, they've maybe put the kids to bed, they've got a bit of spare time, and they want to play for an hour. Maybe they get an hour uninterrupted time. Maybe at best they get 2 hours, or hell, even 3, right? That's a good amount of time for someone to play a game. So if you hop on and play a single Horde game, and it takes a couple hours, or it takes an hour, and it's fun, well then that's enough for you. And as long as if you're having fun, that is the main thing I've always tried to say on this channel, which is, I think some people don't really understand because I am, quote, negative. It's not negative. I'm just been critical. I enjoy the game, and I can see areas where I can see people being turned away. So, for example, those people that do enjoy these half an hour and 2 hour experiences of the Horde mode that I do recommend you get into, because again, you're annoyed online, you know it's not going well, you've lost a couple rank matches, you've been against some stacks. Just chill out and play one Horde Frenzy on a very hard difficulty and see how far you get. You know, it's just a change of pace. It's something to break up the monotony of grinding a ladder system that I think a lot of people don't understand. People think, oh, it's bots, it's boring. It's honestly not. Yeah, if you play only Horde mode for the rest of your life, you're going to be bored. But if you hop on once a week, twice a week to play some Horde Frenzy or a Horde match, you're going to enjoy yourself. People tend to think that because I'm being critical of the game, I don't enjoy it, and I do, because that would be crazy idiotic to play a game you dislike. Again, certain aspects like the bots maybe aren't really smart. They don't group up. They don't, like, to me, horde. The clues in the name, they should horde. They should all come in a big pack to hunt you. Whereas what really happens is they just deal a lot of damage and kind of aimbot you down, which some people won't enjoy, and that can turn people away. So if I was to complain about that, or, you know, give some feedback, a lot of people would just think, oh, it's GGZII been negative, but no, I enjoy the game. I can just see why some people get turned off. So yeah, that was a really long point number one that wasn't meant to go on that long. But listen, I enjoy the game, and part of the reason I can play it for so long is I make content. People support me, and that's massive, obviously. But I enjoy the game, and it would be crazy for me to play a game that I'm not enjoying. So I just want you to know that it's a lot easier to be Mr. Positive 24/7. Which I'll get into in a second, but just because I say something that may be construed as negative doesn't mean I hate the game. Right, number 2 on the list is the store. Now, the store is, if you don't know, it's a lot improved, but it does still irk me that everything I spent my time grinding for in Tour of Duty 1, 2, and 3 is now available. Now, listen, you might think, well, you know, get over it. I'm over it. It doesn't really bother me. I'm just mentioning the fact that people that spent, you know, it could have been hundreds of hours grinding the Tour of Duty to get all of these unlocks, they're seemingly just given away. And that is never a good thing. To basically forget should the content have been exclusive in the first place. Should a campaign skin be tied into a grind that you had to play Horde for? No. Let's be honest, it should have been you complete the campaign, you get the campaign skins. Forget all of that. It's about player trust, and TC do admit themselves that they've lost player trust, and doing things like this, where people have spent weeks grinding a Tour of Duty and then taking it all away from them, that doesn't help improve trust. Now, it is good that you can buy everything with coins, but there are still some shady things. The cosmic skins that come out, I think they're like 950 iron, which is about £10. £10 is a pretty hefty amount of money just to drop on a video game for a skin that probably you're going to change in a week because you're bored of it anyway. Now, the skin, it costs iron, but in a week after the skin costs iron, though, the weapon skin, it will be available for coins. The only way you'd know this is if you were very into the scene of Gears of War, into all of the feedback, and you follow everything. It doesn't say anywhere on the page that this is a one-time, you know, get for exclusivity, pay 900 iron for a week exclusivity, then it costs coins. It says nothing, and it's just another cheap tactic to fear of missing out, get people on the game going, oh no, this skin looks really cool, it's in the shop, is it coming back, is it not? You know, now I know it's going to go into the shop full time, but some people don't. Some people haven't adjusted to the new shop. They still think it's this timed thing, and they're buying them. I've seen them all online with the skins rather than just waiting a week and getting it with coins. Now, some people might have just wanted it there and then, and that's fair enough, but I know a lot of people would have waited if they'd have known, and I'm not a fan of that, what I would call shady practice, I'll be honest. And I'm fine to call that out, and I'll call a lot of things out, and again, that puts me at a disadvantage on YouTube because nobody really wants to tune into a game that they enjoy and hear somebody be negative about it. I get it, but I am happy to give my audience the truth, the honesty, the important news, and say, listen, that is shady. I don't respect that. I don't think that's a good practice to have in business, to give something away for money and then a week later put it away for coins, knowing that's going to happen and not telling your customer base. That's not a way to build trust. Number 3, hobbies. Hobbies, I guess, are just because I was looking at the Discord and it showed people going on motorbike things, and it just triggered that one of the things I weirdly like to watch at the moment is obviously people build PCs. I've really enjoyed that. I'm trying to go walking a little bit more. I'm going to start doing that a little bit more frequently because I want to do that. And typically my hobbies do revolve around the PC, which isn't a bad thing. You know, people enjoy what they enjoy. I do watch and enjoy people build PCs. I do like watching TV shows like anybody does in Netflix, and I love a good crime documentary. I don't know. I guess the reason I'm saying it is I've been looking a lot online about people's hobbies. It seems like people look really negatively on what hobby you do, you know, if it's not the right thing, or if it's not a fitness thing, or it's not a whatever. And it's like, listen, I don't care what hobby you guys have got. If you enjoy it, own it, you know? It doesn't matter what it is. If you wanna play dress up, mate, if you wanna go to a convention and you wanna arse around with your friends, I've got people that go to Comic Con. I've been to some of Manchester Comic Con. You know, if you wanna, you know, whatever, yeah. I shouldn't really call it play dress up, but you know what I mean. Like, if you want to do what somebody might construe as, oh, that's a bit weird, or that's not cool enough, that's not a physical thing, that's not a sport, that's not a fast motorbike thing, just do what you want to enjoy and don't worry about it. I know that's a weird point, but honestly, it really bugs me when people just like get at other people. Like, if somebody wants to watch, like, for example, yesterday I watched a 70, type it in on YouTube, 75-year-old barber give another guy a clean shave. He was in Japan, and it was like an ASMR thing. I don't really like ASMR. I think it's stupid. Like, the actual idea of it, like rain on a tin roof, I get it, that's nice. You know, rain outside, rainy days, that kind of ASMR, walking in the snow. The whole roleplay stuff, I don't really enjoy at all. I think it's a bit weird. But if that's what somebody really enjoys, then I don't really honestly care. It doesn't affect me. Now, if it started to affect me and everything on YouTube was ASMR, blah, 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 yeah, it would probably annoy me. But, you know, just find something you enjoy. If anything, just to, you know, say you're bored of Gears or whatever, just find something you enjoy, don't matter what it is. For example, I watched Rick and Morty the other day. It was 4 episodes of 20 minutes. People go, Rick and Morty, it's terrible. Well, I wanted something mindless to watch, to have a bit of a chuckle at it, chill out for an hour. Hey, I watched it and I enjoyed it, and there's no problem with that. Just do what you want to do, boys, or whatever, you know, whatever. Number 4 was the content goal. Yeah, I thought I'd mention this. I don't really like talking about that type of stuff, to be honest, but for the past 3 months I haven't made my content goal. We set off trying to make basically £100, which I think is like $120 a month, as like a sort of motivation to keep me going for YouTube. Now, I've done that anyway. I've kept up monthly videos for 3 months, but we never actually made the content goal. I don't know if it's that my content hasn't been good enough for you. Maybe I haven't been reminding people, because I really haven't, because I feel bad when I remind people about it. You know, I just want to let you know that I'm still trying to make videos that are worth supporting for you. We do have other avenues to support me, where we've had YouTube members, and YouTube members are just as useful, because they help build your community, obviously, which are very, very useful. Because then I can do member specific things if we have enough members. I have the YouTube subs and I have people cheering bits. But specifically the content goal, I didn't reach for 3 months. And again, maybe I'll just have to ask you that. Was the content not good enough for 3 months? Maybe I didn't advertise it enough. I don't know. I just thought I'd be honest and mention it. Number 4 was Intel. Number 5, Intel going bust. A lot of people have been saying Intel are going bust. I'll say not their CEO, but someone high up effectively said that we're not sure if we're going to make CPUs anymore, which is a massive thing. You know, Intel not making CPUs, huge thing. But Intel aren't going bust. And also, this whole Ryzen versus Intel thing is way overblown. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to end up buying a Ryzen CPU just because I do a lot of multi-threaded applications, like streaming, like rendering, stuff like that, and it just makes more sense for me to buy something like that, especially when they're slightly cheaper. But a lot of people, all they do is play video games, and that's what they want. And to be honest, probably for a good 2 years, most games aren't been designed for the new console. And that means that single-threaded application speed is still almost king. As long as if you've got enough cores, you know, yeah, 1 core, no, you're going to want more cores. But if you've got 4 to 8 cores and they're running at 5 gigahertz like Intel, that's going to beat basically every single Ryzen CPU. And it's been incredibly overblown that Ryzen is crushing Intel because of the DIY market, the do-it-yourself builder PC market. That's not true. The reason where they'll end up going bust or getting smashed is basically because the laptops. People buy laptops all the time. That's all you ever see on deal websites. You speak to like parents or friends that don't really know about tech. They just like the look of a laptop. And the number one thing is like battery life, stuff like that. And now the Ryzen CPUs are coming out with built-in APUs, which are like built-in graphics cards that just make the whole system run faster. They can play their Sims or their their lightweight games on it, and it has a good battery life. And now certain manufacturers and certain OEMs are beginning to install their laptops with Ryzen-based stuff. That's where they'll lose their money, not the very, very small percentage of people that want to do multi-threaded applications as a DIY user. So yeah, AMD rightly have pinched some value, even a large amount of value from Intel. Intel have obviously solved that. Also, what we're looking at right now is there is a bug on this map, thanks TC, where someone is stuck in a wall and we can't kill this Guardian. So you're now going to watch me and these guys try to figure out how we kill this Guardian whilst I chat, because it's stuck in a wall, and this happens every time on this map. So it probably again wasn't tested, because every time we've played this map, this same bug happens. Anyway, it's just, yeah, people love to buy into the fact that something's failing. They love a good boom and bust story. Yes, Intel aren't the best, but for 99% of people, the best thing for you to do is still buy Intel. Yeah, it runs a bit hot, but if you're not running at 100% load, it's with a good cooler, it's still going to be cool enough forever. Oh, it runs at 75C and not 65. It means nothing. Unless it's pushing 100 and thermally throttling, it doesn't mean anything for the average user. You're better just having a faster CPU, running Intel, and getting better performance in a game. That's basically it. But people on the internet will have you believe that effectively AMD is the only thing to buy, when it's just not really true. What have we got? Number 7, we have SolOQ. Yeah, they're thinking of bringing SolOQ to what's the word I'm looking for? They're thinking of bringing SolOQ to TDM. I mean, well, not thinking, they are bringing SolOQ to TDM. I should say Solo Duo. I mean, I'm in favor of that. I don't see any bad side to not facing stacks. I think people are getting the wrong message. They keep going on that stacks are like, I don't know, it's like people are saying that if they can't stack, they're not going to play the game. It's just not true. They're still going to play the game, and nobody enjoys bumping into stacks. So I'd like to see more game modes have a solo duo option, but there's no player base for it. So you know what I'd be in favor of, which I just suddenly thought about, is I'm okay to play all game modes. I don't mind if I'm playing King of the Hill, if I'm playing TDM or Gridiron or King of the Hill. If it was just a solo queue Rumble pit where all the game modes were there, but it was solo queue, if that's how they had to do it for the player base, I could see myself playing that. But I'm pretty excited about a solo queue TDM. It might get me playing TDM because I've never played Team Deathmatch, because it was an annoying game mode, but it's going to be 4v4 and it's going to be solo duo, so maybe you can do something a little bit more. Also, the thing that's stuck in the wall, we actually have XJ9 come in and he switches to Faz, and then he can use his ultimate to shoot it through a wall. But as he did this, I actually found this angle here where we were able to effectively find a little gap here and shoot it. So yeah. But yeah, it's, people are just, I don't know, people are getting the wrong impression that like I hate stacks or something, or I hate people playing with friends. No, it's just, I just don't think the game should have 5-man stacks smashing solo players. I don't think that's that unreasonable to expect. Speaking about like AMD, Intel building my PC, I don't know if you can see it in the background. Maybe you can't. Oh, you can't see it. I've got all the stuff basically ordered. So anything that you do support for the content goal is going to go back into basically paying for that PC. I've already bought it all. It's all here. I don't like doing it where you're like, oh, can you buy me a PC? Please donate. No, like, I've bought the thing. I've bought everything for it. If you do want to do a content goal, I do need a light, an Elgato light. They're like £100, which is the content goal anyway. So if anybody supports anything, that's where it's going back into. It's going back into paying my PC. I'm waiting for Zen 3 and the new Ampere graphics cards, which are NVIDIA. I think they come out on September the 9th. Basically, it's got 32 gig of DDR4 RAM. It's going to have an MSI Unify motherboard, 750 Strix power supply, a H500 Cooler Master case. I'm probably missing some other stuff, but yeah, that's basically what it's going to have. And then it's going to either be a really fast Intel CPU, heavily overclocked, or the new Zen 3, depending on what I think I need. And then a decent graphics card. Maybe I'll try a new monitor, bump my resolution up to 1440p, see what that feels like. But that's kind of what I'm doing with my PC. Number 8, I've got written down All Fathers, Blood Drive, and Checkout. I won't really include All Fathers in there. I think the reason I included All Fathers on that list of horrible maps was because that map used to be really fun, but now I only play it against stacks, and 5 people just stand on the point and chain revive each other, and it's been really, really irritating. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but that's more of a problem with stacks. But let me just say, I said it when they came out. I said if I actually gave my opinions on those maps coming back, I'd be suspended. Those maps are trash. They're awful, man. Team deathmatch is just get either side and lancer each other. King of the Hill, it's get flanks and long angles. Although I absolutely despise those maps, and that makes me worry about what maps they're going to bring back in Op 5, because Op 5 is obviously the big, we're bringing all the maps out, this is what we've built it up towards, you know, like if you don't know, Operation 5 is like, everything's now set in stone, they've got rid of the tiles, they've done the PvE update. Operation 5 is maps, and I'm just thinking they're going to bring back River or something, and it's just not, it doesn't work for respawn game modes. Speaking about respawn game modes, free for all's okay. It's not ideal, but it's a nice change of pace. I'll give it that. It's just got no player base again for me to play. I've managed to play my way up to about silver. I think I've won every single game I've played, bar like 2, where I was against a couple PC people that were good. But yeah, the maps, man, like, I think they're making the error of bringing back maps that are like quote fan favorites, but the fan favorites from Gears 2 Execution, not Respawn King of the Hill. You know, I liked Submission on Jacinto because it was an absolute fiesta, but I wouldn't want to see. I don't know. It's I guess what I'm trying to say is I absolutely despise Checkout and Blood Drive. I hate when they get voted. And the thing is with the community is everybody says they want new maps, and every time Reactor appears or Panahu, and people are going to go, Panahu's a trash map. Yeah, maybe it is. I'd still rather play on Panahu than play on Checkout for the 900,000th time. Panahu can be improved with just changing a little bit of the cover, changing the weapons that are on there. Don't make all the weapons rifles and mulches for a start. That might help. Change some of the hill positions, add a bit of cover in the, you know, that map can be fixed. So I'd rather us play Panahu and give feedback on Panahu than play Blood Drive for the 58,000th time and to have someone camp in the grenade room. But yeah, they just bug me. What have we got next on the list? We're on number 9 here. People who are constantly positive. There are some people, whether it be in the Gears scene, whether it be in wherever walk of life, it's like a lot easier to be positive. Why? Because if you're watching a video on motorbikes, you're not going to tune in thinking, I really like motorbikes, and then tune in and watch somebody talk about motorbikes and shit all over them, right? it's a lot harder to be critical and fair. People get the wrong impression. They think you've been overly critical, nitpicky, that you don't like the thing that they like. It's much easier to be in a good mood and be like, hey, I want to watch Gears, I want to watch Super Mario or something, and then watch somebody else really enjoy it. Just makes sense. It's a lot easier to be positive, and that's fine, I get it. There needs to be positive channels on the internet. Not everyone should be a critique channel, not everyone should be 100% down the line. There just needs to be some positive bias in the world. I know that sounds bad, but there does, you know. You've got to have somebody be a bit positive, but that doesn't mean that you should then trust those people's opinions. Like, you can sit back and enjoy it as a piece of entertainment, but then when they come out with feedback or they come out with something, you can't then trust it. Like, I was in a period where I was watching Dr. Disrespect and it was over the top happy all the time. But at that period, I was in the mood to just chill out and watch somebody be entertaining, and I get it. And it was nice that every time I turned on his stream, he was positive. And I get that. So I fully understand why people do it. I'm not knocking people that do it. But then when they come out with feedback or they come out with like reviews of products and stuff, it's hard to take them seriously. But a lot of people do, and that's a bit worrying. The reason I brought this up was there was a Twitch streamer, I won't say her name, and she was basically preaching about how important it is to be to get an audience. She said you need to create a, quote, sticky audience, an audience that sticks, and the way to do that is to show them a life they cannot live, show them wealth, show them happiness, show them fame. And basically she went out of her way to basically sort of spend money to make money, show a wealthy life, show a cool lifestyle, sell a book on how to stream, do stream coaching, and people were all buying into this. And now she's like a big streamer, and I get it. Like, you might want some coaching, you might want some advice on how to improve your stream, but like the idea of just this mentality of like, I'm going to be positive and I'm going to, quote, show them a life that they can't live, it just comes across as sickly. It's so fake. It's so like, really, you think you're that important that people are going to like aspire to like live your life because you're showing them a few friggin' extra views on Twitch? And the thing is, it works. People love the positivity, people love the over the top advice and the fakeness and the I'm your best friend, you know. It's, you know, it just bugs me because it's not real. And fair enough if you're a little bit more grown up and you can understand the difference between fakeness and you just enjoying a product that is happy, you know. You can step back. A lot of people can't step back, and they literally think that that's how people are, like 110% happy all of the time. And it's not, I don't think it's a good look to show like that kind of, like, you should be able to show your viewers that it's okay to have a range of emotions. Like, it's okay to be happy, pissed off, angry. Some people are just permanently happy all the time, and then people start to think there's something wrong with them. Like, wait, I'm not like that, there must be something wrong. That's right, that just bugged me. And we managed to finish it. We'll wrap it up. And one of the things, the last point, number 10, is one of the reasons I don't get pissed off as much, and one of the reasons I can discuss things and have a chat with people, is I've finally, well, not finally, over the past few years, just learned to step back. If something's annoying me, if I'm bored of something, if I'm not enjoying something, I just step back. Some people can't. They're trapped in this bubble. They have to play the game. They have to do the thing that they're talking about. They blah, 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 blah. I'm alright. Like, if I'm not enjoying something, or I'm not understanding a situation, like someone's coming at me telling me that Horde's the greatest thing in the world, or the Lantern needs to be buffed, and I can't wrap my head around it, I don't sit there for hours and hours and hours getting angry at that guy. I'll just take a step back and think, okay, where's he coming from? And I think that's a big point to get less stressed online, is just take a step back, just chill out. So if you enjoyed these videos, consider supporting the content goal, trying to do something different for the Gears community. I don't see anyone doing these type of videos, and that's cool. I like to do new things. So there we go. Give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, share it if you want. Follow me on Twitter @ZTwitch. Join the Discord, the YouTube page. All the links are in the description to support me. Cool.